guys, we are talking Better Call Saul Fall. Now, in this episode, I really freaking enjoyed it. I thought there was a lot going on, but it was so sad. So very, very sad. So, getting into this, there will be spoilers, and you have been warned. So, the sprinkling in this episode, where I really like, the callbacks a little bit, the forming of what we saw in Breaking Bad and how people became what they are, like Hector, right? Hector, Nacho is trying to bring Hector down, switching the pills. It looks like Hector almost having a damn heart attack during the meeting with him and Gustavo, not being happy that Gustavo is his like little drug route is the one to be named, because he's right now Gustavo's the golden boy, and Hector doesn't like that. Hector doesn't like Gustavo. Okay, so the fact that Nacho is trying to bring Hector down, I mean, it's crazy, man. Even when he was talking to his father, I thought that scene was really great, and how he says, you can kick me out, you could disown me, just you need to do whatever Hector says. This is gonna blow over, I promise you, but I don't want you to do anything stupid. Of course, I think the dad's gonna do something stupid. That's my prediction on that one, but I did like that whole interaction between him and his father, and it was so subtle. I really loved when Hector, he just had I think it was a glass of milk, and the camera, the scene just lingers a little bit longer. Now, Jimmy is a real asshole in this episode. Like, I really dislike Jimmy in this episode. And I like Jimmy. I love Jimmy. And I get where he's at. I get he needs the money. I get him going to Howard and telling him, dude, they need to settle. The old Lane, I think her name is Aileen or Eileen. Man, did I feel bad for the old lady, though? I mean, of course, it was the Sandpiper case. She hasn't settled yet. And then, everybody was supposed to get some money coming their way, but she just hasn't done it yet. It's going to take years and years, and she maybe gain more profit, some shit like that. But I really, really felt for that old lady in this episode. I mean, I was so sad when Jimmy had his whole mastermind plan to her, she's a little mall walker. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4, just get that tummy tie. And I thought that was like very hilarious. And then Jimmy, giving her new shoes, and then but the way that Jimmy had all her Golden Girl friends just like disband her and like throw her out of the circle, like I felt so bad for her, especially the actress, the old woman, bless her heart. Her acting was on point. She really made me care for her. She really made me sad. I mean, the facial expressions when she's like, hey girls, and then like them ignoring her, like, oh, just hit me right here, man. Just hit me so hard in the heart. Oh, what a sweetheart. And then when she finally broke down and cried in bingo, and then Jimmy's plan finally came to fruition, having her sign and gaining all that money, and then Jimmy, of course, gets a cut of it. Like, I just felt so bad for her, and I was just hoping, that she's probably gonna get her friends back. But throughout the episode, I was just like, oh, like, Jimmy, you're such a douche, man. And Jimmy is a fucking asshole. I really liked how Eileen's friends kind of disowned her, and there was nobody for her, with her. And then at the end of the episode, there's really no one for Jimmy. Like, Kim is his world, and he wanted to celebrate this accomplishment with Kim, but Kim was so busy, doesn't have time for Jimmy, so he had to settle for the secretary. But he kind of was alone himself. So I really liked the thought of that and the countermeasures here, so to speak. Another one, that little plot was with Chuck and Howard, how Howard wanted Chuck to retire. Chuck said, no, 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 no. And then him suing H&M McGill. And boy, I love the scene, man. I love the scene between Howard and Chuck, and how Chuck loved the line when Chuck says, you think I'm a pain in the ass as your partner? I'm 10 times worth as your enemy. I fucking love that scene. I thought some great dialogue, some great writing on the part of the writers. I mean, I really feel, and of course the performance and the actors. I really like Howard. He's not a villain to me. He's more of a guy just trying to do what he needs to do, even though he is kind of gaining benefit with some of his clients. And Chuck doing what he has to do, even though he has his condition. Like, I get where Chuck's coming from as well. So that scene was very good, and you saw both sides to it, and I believe that neither of them are wrong, but one of them has to be right. So I really love the scene between those two, and the just the scenes in this episode was really, really great, especially with Mike and Mike talking to what's your name from Breaking Bad. That scene was tense, even though they were just in the office. Mike just giving him his social security, so to speak. But boy, that scene was tense as well. My boy Mike, man, Mike is not stupid. He wants to know the ins and outs before he does anything. So I really love Mike. Finally, at the end of the episode, during the episode, Kim is just kind of losing it, man. A lot of things are just happening. She's stressed out. She's tired. She's working too much. Meeting with the other client at the oil fields, and then getting stuck in the car and almost fucking losing it. And it was a like foreshadowing of what was to come, especially when she almost rammed into the oil rig. I knew exactly what was going to happen at the end of the episode, especially when she was like doing her little speech and she was in the car. And then it was a weird cut and it was a weird edit, but I'm assuming she fell asleep and then she went off road because she didn't get any coffee. And not only that, she's just dead tired. And I love Kim. And I think I don't know. I don't know what's going to happen to Kim. I love this character. I think I read somewhere that she is the Skylar of Better Call Saul. Hell no, she's not. She's such a more likable and better character than Skylar. She is, first of all, she's a hardworking woman, and she's a smart fucking woman as well. She knows what she's doing. She knows if you're with Kim and you have Kim as your ally, you're a win-win. But she's doing too much. She's doing way too much, and we're seeing it in this episode. We saw I think it's the breaking point. I think it's where after this, it's a wake-up call where like, I need to stop. I need to get out of here. I don't know. I think her and Jimmy's relationship is crumbling. It's done. And I hate to see it go like that, but it's not gonna happen. The partnership is not even gonna happen either. I think Kim she's just done with it, and then you get to see it in her eyes. You can see it in her body language. You can see it in the seasons. You can see it from season 1 through this season how bad it's got. And maybe she'll go back to Howard. That would be crazy. But overall, I really enjoyed this episode. The dialogue was top notch once again. The interactions is what's so good about the show. These characters are so rich, and when they interact with each other and there's a problem going on between the two, fireworks happen. So can't wait for the next episode. And I want to thank you guys for listening. If you haven't already, please subscribe to the channel. Really appreciate it. Like the video, like it, and comment below. Love to hear you guys' thoughts. I'm Dan Manic and Daniel's son. See you guys later.